Good morning and welcome to Understanding Christianity. Again, my name is Apostle Ernest Umagbae. Today, I want to quickly share with you what I call the life of a Christian. You see, every one of us became Christian. We came to God based on the message we had. Some of you, the message you had was based on promises that told you you will not be sick again when you come to God. Some told you when you come to God and accept Jesus into your life, your business will go better than the business of those who do not believe in Jesus. Some of you, they told you you will never have any reason to be in pain again. A whole lot of promises were made, and that is how many of you came to Christianity. And today you experience pain. Today you still lost loved ones. Today you sometimes still struggle in your business. Sometimes you fall sick, and it's almost as if Christianity is a lie. No, Christianity is not a lie. The person who gave you the message was the one who lied. Because you see, that you are a Christian doesn't mean that sometimes you will not have reason to be in pain. When you are a Christian, sometimes you still lose loved ones. All right? When you are a Christian, sometimes your business may not go the way you expect it to go. It's all about how you run your business. It has nothing to do with God or Christianity. No. That you are a Christian doesn't mean you will not be sick sometimes. You see, we live in this body, and as long as we live on planet Earth, we will always have reason to be sick sometimes. The change in the weather and climate can cause a reaction in your body, and this reaction we call sickness. The food you eat can cause a reaction in your body. This reaction is called sickness. All right? So, the life of a Christian is not a life of always winning. Some of you believe that you are a Christian, everything you do must go the way you want it to go. That is not true. The life of a Christian is a life of always doing the will of God till the end, no matter where it ends. This is the life of a Christian. All right? This songwriter and singers, Mary sang a song. They said, I can't give up now. I've come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road will be easy, but I don't think he brought me this far to leave me alone. Now, many of you sing this song, but you have not taken time to understand the lyrics, the words. Nobody told us the road will be easy, but to some of you, you were told that the road will be easy. And right now, you are frustrated because the road is not as easy as you thought it will be. In this world, you will have tribulation. That is what Jesus Christ said. All right? God created doctors on this earth because he knows that our body will have a reaction called sickness, and they will be there to help us out. Okay? The Bible said there is time for everything. There is time to laugh and there is time to cry. There is time to be happy, there is time to be sad. There is time to be born, there is time to die. All right? So, if your loved ones have gotten to the time to die and they die, you will cry. It's normal. All right? It doesn't mean that God failed you. It doesn't mean that God is failing in his promises. No. This is life. Things happen. But God said, lo, I am with you always. In that pain, he is with you. In those struggles in business, He is with you. In those marriage failures, He is with you. In those relationship brokenness, He is with you. He is always with you. This is the promise of God. Sometimes things may not go the way you expect it to go. It doesn't mean you are not serving God well enough. It doesn't mean you have sinned against God and God has turned His back on you. No. Things happen in life. You will just have to deal with it and know that God has a plan and trust the plan of God. You will have struggles many times. Understand that. But have this in mind. Do the will of God. Do the will of God. Because this is what the life of a Christian is all about. The will of God. At the end of your life, you may not be counted as one of the richest men in your community. But did you do the will of God? Because that is what matters. At the end of your life, you may not be counted as one of the biggest or the most successful businessmen or women in your community or in your country. But did you do the will of the Father, your Creator? That is what matters. You see, at the end of your life, you may not be counted as one of the oldest person that walked the earth. But did you do the will of the Father? Apostle Paul said, I have run my race. I have finished my course. All that is left for me now is a crown of righteousness in heaven. All right? When you run your race and you finish your course at the age of 20 years, you have lived long. Don't let anybody make you feel like you didn't live 100 years or your loved one did not live 100 years. They did not live long. That's not true. That's not true. Finishing your course is all that matters. Running your race to the end is all that matters. Nothing else matters. All right? I have run my race. I have finished my course. Have you run your race? Have you finished your course? It's not about the money you have in your bank account. With no money in your bank account, did you do the will of the Father? Did you run your race and did you finish your course? If you did, then you have lived a successful life here on earth. You may have a sickness in your body your whole lifetime that you have to manage with medications, all right? But in that sickness, did you do the will of the Father? Because in the end, that is what matters. Like I said in the previous message, when Solomon was speaking, he said, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God, keep His commandments. This is the whole duty of man. Nothing else matters. Fear God, keep His commandments. This is the whole duty of man. You may sometimes fall sick. Look for a doctor. And if God chose to intervene without the help of a doctor supernaturally and you were healed, congratulations, that is good. But do the will of the Father, because that is what matters. The songwriter Don Moen, and I respect him so much, he said something in one of his songs. He said, when it's all said and done, there is just one thing that matters. Did I do your will? Did I live for you? This is all. Nothing else matters. Did I do my best to live for you? Did I finish my course? This is all that matters. So go and live your life as a Christian. Go and live your Christian life. And don't let anybody intimidate you or mock you by saying you don't have enough. As a Christian, you should have this and you don't have it. As a Christian, you should not be sick and you are sick. As a Christian, you should not be that, you should not be that. Those things don't matter. None of those things matter. God said to Satan, have you considered my servant Job? And then Satan tried Job. God allowed him. Job became sick. But in his sickness, he was standing on the word of God, on the promises of God, on the will of the Father he was doing. He was pleasing the Father, and he was running his race. He was fulfilling his purpose, even with sickness in his body. This is the life of a Christian. Joseph was in prison, but yet he was happy and he was doing the will of the Father. Even before prison, he was a slave, a servant in the house of Potiphar. But yet, even when he knows that his life was going to be turned around for not so good, yet he did not, for any reason, compromise, because the will of the Father is all that matters. We will have pain sometimes. We will share tears sometimes. Everyone cry at a point. All right? Everyone lack at a point. But do you do the will of the Father? This is all that matters. Whatever you do, don't let anyone mock you, making you feel like you are not serving God enough or God is not doing enough for you as a Christian. God is doing enough. God is doing everything He's supposed to do for you as a father. Have that in mind. And God bless you.